are going to make a rose shape eraser. It's an eraser. Yes. That's our co-host is there in the background. I am using Sculpey's Amazing Eraser Clay. It is a kit, an 8-piece kit. It comes with 5 color eraser clays and 3 shaping tools. Okay, hold on, okay? And 3 shaping tools. There are other eraser clays. I have not tried them, but I'm sure they're good too. For the eraser that I have has a tie-dye effect. And in order to achieve the tie-dye effect, excuse me, I have to backtrack a little bit here. I just pinch off pieces of clay, small pieces, because you're not going to need a lot of clay. Be careful, Ted. So I'm just going to pinch off small pieces of clay in different colors, so that the colors sort of get distributed. Okay. And then once I have my little clump, I'm just going to pinch off pieces at random. I'm going to start with 6 petals. And they just need to be roughly the same size and same thickness. And I'm going to leave that green over there because I want to use the green for my petals. And as I'm starting to shape my petals, I'm noticing that, because I don't want a very large eraser. So I'm running out of clay, so that means I'm going to need to start to distribute some of the clay from the larger pieces to my other petals. Taya, I need you to be careful, okay? I need 2 leaves. I like to put leaves on my roses. You don't have to. I also like for my roses, the leaves to have some green, so that's why I reserve the green. Just, while I like all of the fun, unrealistic colors, the green in the petal for me makes it, I guess, more lifelike or real. But you may do it any way that you choose. Choose one of the 6 pieces of clay for the petal, for the center bud. Okay, so that's this guy right here. Right in them carefully, because I still want it to be flat and I don't want to add a bunch of extra texture into it. So you're going to carefully pick it up, and then I'm going to roll it. Okay? So that's the center bud, and all the other buds will form around it. So once you get it rolled nicely, okay, I'm going to pick up the next petal and apply it to the side of the center bud where it closes. Okay, and I'm just going to press firmly around the base of the rose, not at the top, because my rose is blooming. Okay, and you can just sort of press down a little bit on the edges of the rose to get it to start to bloom like you see a real rose. And then I'm going to pick up my next one, next petal, and I'm going to apply it again to the side of the petal where it closes. But I'm going to favor more on one to one side, because now the placing of the petals becomes a factor just in helping maintain the lifelike quality of the flower. Okay, so again, pressing firmly only at the bottom. Okay, and then you may find that your petals at the top, you want to press them back some, or you may not want to, depending on how it looks. And that's our co-hostess commentary in the back. Okay, so now you can just start to look for spaces that need to be filled, and apply your petals there to the spaces that need to be filled. Okay. All right. So I've applied all 6 of my petals. And now I'm going to apply the leaves. And the leaves I'm going to put somewhat close together. And I also sort of peel them away from the flower more, just to give that definition between the two. Okay. All right. And the final step, once you've placed the leaves onto the rose, is going to be to add the texture to the leaves. And I'm going to be using, this is actually a nail tool, because our co-hostess has lost my tools from the Sculpey kit. But that's okay, because you can improvise and use anything with a straight kind of sharp edge. Doesn't need to be very sharp. So I'm going to be using the flat edge of this nail tool. And I'm going to make a straight line that goes down the front of the leaf. And then I'm going to apply some diagonal lines to each side of that straight line that I put in. So if you ever look at any leaf, you'll see that it has veins in it. So that's what we're making, just making little veins on the leaf. This way you get, it's lifelike, and you get some definition between the petals and the leaves themselves. And being careful not to press too much, because you don't want to cut. You don't want to cut the leaves, okay? And so that's what the rose would look like. Okay. And the next step that needs to happen is we're going to put these into the oven to bake. And I will show you how well the Sculpey Amazing Eraser clay. So according to Sculpey directions, you're going to bake your eraser in the oven at 250 degrees for 20 minutes per quarter inch. Now that can be a little bit tricky. Well, per quarter inch of thickness is what the directions state. So this eraser is about an inch and a quarter. I baked this eraser for 2 hours. Okay, so that gives you some idea. Very nice. Some idea of time. If you have a thicker eraser, you may need to bake it longer. There it is. Look at that, it's over. So I'm Miss Tracy. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, Miss Tracy.